Hello and welcome back. I'm punching out some 1-inch circles here for my leather fidget spinner. Right here I'm putting a light bevel on my leather pieces that I'll be riveting to the end. Just putting a light bevel on there with my Leathercraft knife. This does a couple things. It rounds the edge, plus it also removes any ink pen mark that might be on there. I'll be using number 14 1-inch copper rivets and burrs to attach the ends. Will not be using glue to hold those pieces on, just the rivets. Right now I think I'll punch a hole right in the center, and I'm using a C.S. Osborne and Company hand punch. It's a number 3 size hole punch, and I'll be using a 1.25 inch number 9 copper rivet for the spinner, for the center. And let's see, I'll just get a raw rivet right there, and I need to enlarge my hole just a little bit, so I'll be using a saddler's awl to kind of work my hole. I don't want it too big and loose so it'll be out of round or anything, since it has no bearing. Work on this just a little bit, and then I'll see how it spins. Yep, it looks about right. Okay, I've got my paper pattern on top of my end piece there, and I've marked my holes where I want to rivet those onto the piece. I'm punching, these holes are a number 1 size hole. That's a C.S. Osborne hand punch. I'll punch these holes and then lay the piece down on top of the fidget spinner and mark the holes and then punch those. As you'll notice, when I punch my holes, I give it a little twist, and that helps it to helps the hole to punch much easier than just trying to squeeze it and not twist it. My leather pieces are, I've got them numbered and marked. I've got the top pieces numbered and the bottom pieces numbered and matched up to the ends. The little pre-fitting and make sure they were the right size. Everything's hand cut here. I think you'll enjoy Leathercraft and leatherworking. With just a few hand tools, you can get started and add to your collection as you go. Get what you need to begin with and then add to your tools. Now that's the bottom piece. I'll lay that on my bench top, line it up, and mark my holes. my top piece. I'll drop my rivets down through there. The 1-inch number 14 solid copper. Kind of gives this fidget spinner a unique look. Maybe a little bit of a steampunk look. Didn't even think about that when I started. Just wanted to make a unique fidget spinner that would spin good. I figured a little extra weight at the end might help. At the end I'll do a review and we'll see what spinner works the best. Now it's time to rivet these on. Now I'll take the little copper washers there and push those down on there with a rivet tool there. I drive that down on the shaft, and I guess I'll put all the washers on and then come back, snip the excess off, and lightly rivet those on there. Appreciate you taking your time to watch this leather fidgets making tutorial. It's been fun, and I think you'll enjoy Leathercraft. You can make endless things with leather by hand. Your comments and are welcome, and I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And at the end of the video I'll review 5 of the fidget spinners that I've made by hand. And hope you get ideas from what I've done here and shown you. As you can see, I'm lightly braiding the ends there with a lightweight ball peen hammer. This is a 1 1/4 number 9 copper rivet, and those washers there that I'm going to shim up in the center, I've enlarged the hole so they slide on that shaft, and like that, one on each side. And then my leather washer, I want that hole to be very tight, and I can pull it back just a little bit. And then now I'll push the outside washer down on the rivet and lightly brad it or rivet it. I don't want to do it very hard. I want it free spinning. Kind of have to work with it a little bit to make sure it's loose enough. You can kind of see what I mean right there. So I'll snip that rivet off on the back side and just lightly brad it. This is what I ended up with, and I'll do a review right here. This is the first little leather fidget spinner I made. Just a few minutes to make something like that. It spins fairly good, and then I modified that same pattern and added some weight to the end, and that helped the spinner to spin a little more freely. Here's a really small leather fidget spinner, and that's just got like a little key key case screw and shaft in it for the center. This is the one I just completed that you watched me build. Little breaking in there, I think that will spin just fine. This one probably spins the best out of all of them. I put a brass escutcheon pin in the center and then used a copper burr to brad the pin on there. As you can see, you can have a lot of fun with this and come up with unique designs and maybe even tool the pieces. Thanks for watching.